And on the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination, an Egyptian Air Force plane took off from Provo, Utah airport. They said, oh, she made a time zone mistake, like as if I'm on flight radar every day, accustomed to reading the data here. These are not coincidences, okay? This is a conspiracy. This plane is following Turning Point USA Faith and Charlie Kirk or Charlie Kirk, by the way. And tomorrow we will have more explosive information and revelations about the Egyptian plane. And when I tell you on Wednesday what we discovered about those Egyptian military planes, I think some more people are going to be on the run. I saw some of you guys asking about the Egyptian planes. Yep, we have that for you. We're in for a week. Tomorrow, we're going to talk a bit more about the planes. The thing about the Egyptian plane is so explosive. Like I said to you, I had to try to get this to the right people in government, and those individuals asked me to wait until this weekend. The reason why they wanted me to wait is because this is the first time that we have the advantage. I don't know what to say other than it's positively explosive. That's all I can say to you. There's not a correct adjective to describe what is going to be the result of revealing that sort of information. That the person the planes were actually tracking for years was Erika. I am telling you this information has been completely verified. I am showing you this on a spreadsheet now. And when it comes to these Egyptian flights, the math on this is indisputable. There is less than a 0.000000001% probability. A lot of you guys in the chat asking why these particular planes were following Erika. I have an indication as to why. Of course, I want to thoroughly vet that. On July 22nd, the Nebraskan Secretary of State, Bob Evans, announced that they were going to put together a trade and investment delegation to Cairo, Egypt, because I feel like that idea might be related to our planes. Where was Brigitte Macron on the dates that Egyptian plane was from 9/4 through to 9/11? Where was Brigitte Macron? I would just like to know. I need to know where Brigitte Macron was, and I think an answer to that question is due. It would just comfort me to know. But I was right about the Egyptian planes. And when you hear Tucker Carlson say that he is confirming that part is true, what I take from that, Tucker Carlson has been very clear. He grew up with CIA agents, okay? This is a guy who grew up in Virginia. His father, he learned after his father died, he thought he was just working with the CIA. No, his father was on the payroll of the CIA. So Tucker's friends are in the state. So you should take it as a concrete fact that there's something up with these Egyptian planes, that she wasn't on the planes. I never said you were on the planes. Why would I think you were on the Egyptian planes? That is weird to me. It's a weird answer to give. And by the way, you can fly when you're pregnant. Even if you were on the Egyptian plane, that's a possibility when you're pregnant. Just like things that we can't get answers to, which is the Egyptian planes. Instead, they're laughing at these things. Egyptian planes. It's elitist and scrappy. I have since worked on an incredible document about the Egyptian planes, which we are going to put up on our website, because I realized that when we shared that spreadsheet, people assumed that one of the columns, which was actually saying where the planes landed on that day, because it was plus or minus 3 days, was exactly where Erika had been on that day, and that was inaccurate. And so for clarity, I had been working on the last week on turning it into an interactive timeline that we can put up on our website. Put this up on the website when we drop all of the Egyptian plane logs. We broke the story about the Egyptian planes, tracking Turning Point Faith. That document we still have for you, which is coming forward. We will be proven correct on that. And I'm going to show you that these Egyptian planes, I've showed you in part, were tracking Turning Point USA Faith. I'm going to save that again for when we go through the Egyptian plane. I know you don't even know this plane. This is when we get to the Egyptian planes here. Daily Wire, unhinged. I don't even know what to say. They have dropped another video that kind of, if I'm being honest, feels like a laced threat. They are mocking Egyptian planes. Like I'm convinced these were Israeli planes. This is why they're panicking about it. I'd like to know more about Tracy Martin. She's from Missouri, which has been, one of those regular stops on the Egyptian planes. And it was so crazy. Oh my God. A little joke about the Egyptian planes. What? Nothing to see here. This is my theory. There's a lot to see here. Who was on the Egyptian planes? LOL. Ha 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 ha. Right, Erika? Nobody from Egypt. And then Erika's out there nervously at AmFest cracking like not funny jokes about Egyptian planes. She's like, no, nobody from Egyptian planes are here. The Egyptian planes kept telling me the story that every time there was like a kerfluffle in Israel, a little war, people are bombing Israel. suddenly these Egyptian planes were carrying someone from Israel to Provo. And my sense was, this is Bibi. This is Bibi. Got to get the number one guy out of there. You'd be pretty safe in Provo. They've got a whole underground city in Provo. Again, we will show you all of that. I've been very meticulous about this Egyptian plane spreadsheet. And now this is locking in.